What up? What's good? How you feeling? You good? You straight? Huh? You smile today? If you ain't smiled today, just take a second to smile. Just take a second. Sometimes it tricks your mind to think, even if things aren't going well, tricks your mind to think they are. You just gotta stop and just. Hey, let me start this off by saying, yesterday, such an epic night. I dropped the Lucky You Screwed Up. Already at 5,000 views. I cannot believe this. Cannot believe this. Straight audio, no video, already to 5,000 views. It means a lot to me. A lot to me. Because that track, I got to beat myself. I wrote the lyrics, obviously, like I always do. I recorded it myself. I mixed it myself. I made the artwork myself, and I put it out. So the reaction and the response that it's been getting has been so crazy to me, man. Thank you guys. I can't say it enough, man. I shouted out as much people as I could from the, you know what I mean, SFJ Nation Discord, you know. But I missed a few people. I know I did. I always do. So shout out to Tariq. Shout out to Riot. Shout out to Artemis. Shout out to Stephanie Villanueva. Shout out to see, that's all off the top now. Somebody, Mad Dog. I'm trying to think of people that I could visualize. Artemis. Shout out to Richard. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. If I forgot, sorry, that don't mean nothing. I got a lot of names to remember. Big. Another important announcement. Since a whole bunch of people hit me up, like, if you don't know, I had one of my Discords where everybody who donated is getting the Dax song early, the Screwface and Dax song early. Now, yesterday on my live stream, I said, yo, if you donated that day, email me and let me figure, because we got a list of everybody. But email me so we can send it out to you. Got a whole bunch of emails. So this is what y'all need to do. I think it's the Screwface press release. Regardless, I'm going to put the email that you email for the song in the pinned comments. If you donated that day, and we have a list of people, so don't play, go ahead and go to the pinned comment, the email in there, email them, and figure out how you can get your song, the Screwface John and Dax song early. So, let's get into this, man. I think it's ironic, right? I had to do this one. Of course I'm covering this. I just think it was a little ironic with the timing, right? Let's rewind it a few days ago. What happened? Well, your boy, Young Gucci Man, huh? Your man Goo Up, your man Bert, you know what I mean? Like rockstar lifestyle might not make it. Yo, I swear to God, especially now that Gucci done lost all this weight, I don't care what anybody says. Gucci and Dodo are the same person. I don't care what anybody says, all right? I've always thought it, but since he lost the weight, y'all tell me that ain't the same person. Just tell me it ain't the same person. But anyway, so he goes on his little radio interview. Eminem gets brought up. He's sitting here talking about, yo, John, so you telling me, because they asked him if Eminem's the king of hip-hop, and he denies and goes and asks the radio person, so you telling me you ride around listening to Eminem with your old lady? Which is a weird, I didn't even get to speak about how weird that little nuance he throw. Why is your old lady gotta have such a part of it? Is that the only time you listen to music? Is riding around with your old lady? Our only song, well, maybe he's right. Only songs that your old lady can rock with can be big songs, I guess. Anyway, so he said that, kind of insinuating that he doesn't know people who be listening to Eminem like that. Well, it's funny you say that. Because the number just came in. And Kamikaze just broke 1 billion streams. They ain't hear me. I'm going to say it again. Nah, they ain't hear me for real. I said Kamikaze done broke 1 billion streams. A billionaire. Call me Figgy Siggy. I figure cigar in the air. I affiliate with Billy Gates. That's my pair. And Joe Manillionaire is my consigliere. Come on, they even know about the Billy freestyle. They don't know about the 1 billion. We didn't say 1 million with an M. I said a billion. 1 billion streams. Now, I just wanted to get petty with it for a second. Is there anything that Gucci Mane has ever put out that's at 1 billion streams right now? Anybody? And we talking from years ago. Is there anything that Gucci has dropped that got 1 billion streams? I don't think so. I just think it's ironic because when this whole thing started, the conversation that Gucci was having with the radio person, it looks weird. It looks weird because it's like, well, if the point you were trying to make, right, is you don't know people who listen to M, right, especially with that old lady, then I'd rather have nobody listen to me. If that's what nobody listening to you looks like, hey, I'm trying to have nobody listen to me by 2019. Huh? If that's what Gucci Mane considers, we don't be riding around with a wheel bump, blah, blah, blah. Listen, apparently, your old lady isn't the bar of what's good or what people are listening to. I thought it too when Gucci said, so you been riding around with your old lady. I was like, damn, he said old lady so stern that it's like, maybe he knows, maybe his old lady like an A&R or some, why did he say that like that? And I know what kind of point you're trying to make. You're talking about, yo, Eminem don't make that vibe music that you can ride around with your girl and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So, that'd be the weirdest thing to me. It's like, people be like, if you don't make the music I make, or if you don't touch the people I touch, even if you touch, here's the weirdest part about the whole thing, and hip-hop does this. Niggas will be like, all right, I have a fan base, and I touch them. If you don't touch the same people, then it doesn't matter. Then you don't matter. Then nobody listens to you. Then you can't ride around listening to you with all that. But what doesn't make sense is the other person can have a fan base that you don't touch, and that fan base actually rocks with them 100 times more than the people you actually touch. What does that mean? Gucci, your fans are not as supportive as Eminem's fans. So who cares if they're riding around bumping your stuff, the old lady? They're stealing your music. They're not buying. What are you... Let's just call it a spade. Gucci, listen, they're stealing your music. They're not supporting you. They're not supporting you. I think the difference is, because always people be like, yo, who likes my music? Don't ask that. Who would buy my music? It just looks silly when you're like, well, shit, I got 100,000 niggas who listen to my shit. Okay, what if I had just 5 million people who listen to my shit? You gonna say, oh, I got 100,000 hood niggas loyal who be bumping my shit. First of all, there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people in the hood. If you got 100,000, that ain't good. All right? You ain't the end all be all. You ain't even the biggest in your genre. Okay? So, what does that matter if I got 100,000 people? If you got 100,000 people from the hood who support you when someone else has 5 million people? Well, let's call it 100 million people who support them, and you don't believe any of them are from the hood? Or does that just make it feel better when you're not as successful? I understand how we are as people. We always got to blame something, right? But we got to stop that narrative. Not everybody's going to hit the same fan base. Not everybody's going to attract the same amount of people. At the end of the day, it's about the numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. The great poet, Yo Gotti, said it himself. Men lie. Actually, Jay-Z said it first. I don't know why I gave that to you. The great poet Sean Carter, S. Carter, Lucky Lefty himself said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Huh? So I don't understand what is the point that we're trying to prove. And like I said to other people, Gucci wasn't speaking out of logic. Gucci wasn't speaking out of maturity. Gucci wasn't speaking out of a position of somebody who was thinking of what he was saying. He was speaking out of emotion. I don't blame him. Clearly he doesn't like Eminem, and clearly they've been had problems. That's just a fact. But to pretend, because that's what I'd be like. Like rappers will sit here and talk about haters and talk about, man, I don't care if you mess with me. I know who I rock with. It's about love. So then why is your friends or your immediate group of people not listening to somebody validation of anything? Y'all are the same people who be like, only God can judge me. Yeah, ain't nobody could tell me what to do. I don't care about the masses. We all about the blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, just stop it. Y'all look stupid, man. Apparently with 1 billion streams, there's a lot of people riding around with their old lady listening to M. I could assume. Listen, you over here holding your millions of streams or your, let's say, 10 million streams as, well, yeah, that's evidence that niggas riding around bumping this with their old lady. So what does 1 billion mean? It's just nobody in there has a car or an old lady, right? If you don't get you, listen, y'all keep trying, man. And I'm not just saying this about M. I'm saying this about me. I'm saying this about Crip. I'm saying this about anybody who considers themselves a lyricist. First of all, we changing this whole narrative, man. This whole corny. The narrative is already, the facts are there. Lyrical people will always and have always sold the most records while also impacting the most people. I know you people who can't rap like to lean back on, well, I could do this. Yeah, but it sucks because if you look at the charts, the highest selling people have been J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake and M for a while. For a while. And each one of them is considered somebody who raps very well. These dudes have always sold more than Gucci Mane. These dudes have always sold more than OJ the Juice Mane. These dudes have sold more than Walker. These dudes have sold more. So it's like, I'm confused on why do you think, everybody deserves an opinion, that's facts. Why do you think your opinion is making sense? Because it's like the same logic you use for yourself, you do not apply to somebody like an M or something like that. Because it's like, if it's all about the money, huh? Y'all be the ones pushing that. If it's all about that, then you're losing. You're winning, because winning and losing is in the eye of the beholder, depending on who you're comparing it to. But if you're gonna sit here and say, I'm just trying to get my money. You always rapping about money, always rapping about how successful you are. And I'm not mad at that. I'm all with the jiggy rapping. But if that's what we talking about and that's what determines greatness is like record sales and streams and tweets and stuff, then none of y'all is successful as M. You tried to change the narrative and made it be like, well, I know Eminem don't have like that music that's just like rider music, so let me use that. But it's like, well, we could assume people are riding around listening to Eminem with their old lady. We could, with that many streams, not only are they riding around listening to their old lady is listening to it when they're not around. 1 billion? Come on, Gooch. Shout out to Kamikaze for hitting 1 billion streams. That's crazy. I need everybody to go watch that Screwed Up. The Lucky You Screwed Up. It's called Eminem featuring Joyner Lucas. Lucky You Screwed Up. That's the last video I uploaded before this. We need to have that hit 10,000 views ASAP. You know how I always set a view goal for the videos. And since this one's just an audio real quick, shit, I should say 20. I think we can hit 20. We're already to 5. Let's try to get to 10,000, man. Shout out to everybody who's watching that, listening to that. I know you ain't catch all the bars. Go back and break it down. And oh, this nigga said, that's better when you. Oh my God. I hope the car crash need to fly out and skull crash. Oh, I need that. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you go check out the email in the pinned comment if you donated during the Dax and Screwface episode of my live streams. It's in there. Don't cap. Don't run up in there, email that email if you didn't actually do that. No capping. Don't cap, bro. Because we'll know. Love y'all.